Spotify announced this week that they're going to be increasing prices by $1. You have other places like Netflix that have been trying to do the same thing for the last couple years now, but obviously it's a bit surprising considering Spotify made $15 billion last year. I just feel like we live in a time where it's getting harder and harder to justify spending $10 to $15 on a streaming service every month, especially because each service is trying to get their own exclusivity, which is making things difficult because now if you want to watch this show, but you want to watch this movie, now you're spending $25 a month just so you can watch both. Even though the service is a little bit different with Spotify, I still feel the same sentiment that it's just getting harder and harder to justify that kind of money when I'm paying for other things. And I genuinely do think Spotify is a great service. I think it's one of the best ones out there, but they do suffer in some areas as well. You probably didn't know, but if you follow me on Twitter, you'll see that I actually canceled my Spotify subscription last month. My family actually already pays for YouTube Premium, so I switched over to that, and immediately I actually did hear a sound difference. Something else I also realized is Spotify really does compress the music quite a bit. When I listen on YouTube, a lot of songs are a lot louder. Now I know that this is something you can turn off, but it's just something I immediately noticed. From the perspective of an artist, it's even harder giving Spotify that money knowing how little they're going to pay me. I definitely don't believe that artists that aren't getting listened to at all should just be making money and living off of their art for free. I do think that overall it's somewhat earned, so I'm not saying that they have to give out money for free, but I think it's a problem when they're making so much money that they're giving so little towards streams. As an artist that makes about 20,000 streams a week, if Spotify increased their royalties, it would actually benefit me quite a bit. But also within the last year, this is something I've talked about before, but I really feel like they're messing with the algorithm quite a bit recently. I've seen a massive drop off of the monthly listeners in just about any artist I can think of. On one hand, I do understand the quality and value that Spotify brings, and I think that they do a lot of stuff right. But the biggest question I ponder is if that's worth $13. And I just personally don't think it is. But let me know your thoughts on this whole thing. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm a struggling artist myself, so if you want to help me out, you can check out my music down below. Yeah, that's all my time. Peace out.